Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Andira Ali Akana, you can call me Andira. I'm from the Faculty of Medicine, Sultan Agung Islamic University, and I'm from class 8 IMEP. So here I will explain about checklist consort explanation and elaborations. So when I identification as a randomized trial in the title, cognitive behavior therapy for diabetes distress, depressions, health, anxiety, quality of life, and treatment adherence among patients with type 2 diabetes mellitus, a randomized control trial. And IB, the present study investigated the efficacy of cognitive behavior therapy CBT to treat depressive symptoms in patients with type 2 diabetes mellitus using experimental and waitlist control conditions. Next, checklist number 2, I and B. Scientific background and explanations of rationale. This current study aimed to examine the effectiveness of CBT through experimental and waitlist control conditions with type 2 diabetes patients. We hypothesize that CBT will effectively reduce diabetes distress and other depressive symptoms, will effectively deal with health-related anxiety, concern, and distress due to diabetes, and will improve the patient's treatment and adherence and quality of life. To I and B, explain scientific background and explanation of rationale, and to be specific objective or hypothesis. Next, checklist number 3. The current research is a prospective randomized control trial RCT in which we assess the effectiveness of CBT using EXP and LLC conditions with T2DM patients using pre and post-test measures. Next, checklist number 4, I and B. For I, eligibility criteria for participants, and for B, settings and locations where the data were collected. The participants were taken from different public and private hospitals of the district Faisalabad, Punjab, Pakistan. The study protocol was approved by the Institute Review Board, IRB, Government College University, and Faisalabad, Pakistan. Next, checklist number 5. The interventions for each group with sufficient detail to allow replications, including how and when they were actually administered. We provided 8 to 10 CBT-based therapeutic sessions based on a particular agenda and goal. And the CBT-based treatment plan was structured and delivered individually to each patient. Treatment was completed in 16 weeks, and therapeutic sessions frequency was 1 sessions in 10 until 12 days, intervals with 45 until 60 minutes. The main components of the CBT were psychoeducations, cognitive conceptualizations, endurance training activities, scheduling, problem solving, improving coping strategies, muscular relaxations, and imagers, and lapse and relapse preventions. See supplementary material. The therapy asks the patients to come with a diary to write down important notes, daily homeworks, assignment, and activity schedules, and to write the current issue for discussions in the upcoming sessions. We received written feedback after each sessions. Almost all the patients easily understood the therapeutic process, therapy concept, context, and mechanism from change. Next, checklist number 6. 6I, Diabetes Distress Scale DDIs and Patient Health Questions to assess primary outcomes and assert health anxiety inventory are revised versions of the diabetes quality of life questionnaire and a general medications adherence scale were used to investigate secondary outcomes. 6I explain complete definite pre-specific primary and secondary outcomes measures, including how and when there were actions. Next checklist number 7I, the number of needed participants was calculated through G-Power software using the effect size 0.20 alpha 0.5 power 1 beta error probe 0.95 with actually power 0.96, which gave us the total required sample size of 15.6. Experimental and weight least control conditions combined. Therefore, in this RCT, participants were entirely enrolled of eligible essence. 19 patients qualified the inclusions criteria and they were allocated to different treatment conditions through random assessment. Next checklist number I and B. 90 patients meet the eligibility criteria and were randomly assessed to experimental and waitlist control conditions. Checklist number 9 and 10. There is nothing in the English article. Next checklist consort. Number 12I. Statistical method used to compare groups for primary and secondary outcomes. Repeat measures ANOVA was used to analyze the results. Next checklist number 30. For each group, the number of participants who were randomly assessed received intended treatment and were analyzed for the primary outcomes. 30I and B, a total of participants were recruited and 19 meet the inclusion criteria. Participants were equally divided into experimental example 45 and waitlist control 55, and were statistically analyzed. Next, number 40. 40I, that's defining the periods of recruitment and follow-up. Participants around enrollment start on the 10th of July 2031 until completed on the 31st of December 2021 at different hospitals in the Faisalabad. Entirely participants' baseline assessment was completed in the hospital outpatient settings. Next consort number 50, there were no significant difference found between EXP vs LLC among the demographics characteristics such as age, gender, education, glucose level, family system, occupations, socioeconomic status, durations of illness, types of treatment, duration of treatment, check-up, hypertension, BMI, family history, and obesity respectively. Table comparison of participants' demographics characteristic group. Explain of characteristics, category, and control diabetes mellitus. Checklist consort number 60 for each group number of participants. Denominator include in its analysis, and return the analysis was be original exchange group. A total of 62 patients complete. Checklist consort number 70I for its primary and secondary outcome result for each group and the estimated effect size, and I persist. CBT got a significant reductions in their diabetes distress compared to patients in waitlist control conditions. Next checklist number 80, 90, 20, and 21. Nothing in the article. Next number 22. Interpretations consistent with result, balancing benefit and harms, and considering all the relevant evidence. It is concluded the cognitive behavior therapy is an effective and promising interventions for depressive symptoms, diabetes stress, and healthy anxiety, which also help the person to promote quality of life treatments. Next consort checklist number 23, registrations number and name of trial registry. Furthermore, the protocol was also registered and approved by the Thai Clinical Trial Registry with the following URL. And the last, number 24 and 25, not in the article. That completes my presentations for today. Thank you for attentions. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.